What if we told you that some of the biggest hits from 1973 came from artists who vanished almost as quickly as they arrived? These songs lived in our hearts for a fleeting moment. But why don't we hear about them anymore? Stick around to uncover the forgotten stories behind these musical wonders and their mysterious disappearances from the spotlight. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Number 1, Skylark, Wildflower. Picture a ballad so soft and emotional, it almost feels like it was written just for you. That's the magic of Skylark's Wildflower. Released in 1973, the song's delicate melody wrapped itself around soulful lyrics, creating something that felt deeply personal, yet universal. Written by Doug Edwards, the band's keyboardist, and inspired by lyrics penned by Dave Richardson, a police officer writing for his girlfriend, the song resonated as an anthem for those seeking comfort and meaning during an introspective era. Though it climbed into the top 10 on the charts, Skylark couldn't replicate the success. Their poetic, mellow style embodied the quieter side of 70s rock, but faded as music trends changed. Number 2, Clint Holmes, Playground in My Mind. Think back to your childhood. What kind of melodies come to mind? Playground in My Mind by Clint Holmes captured that innocence in 1973. With its catchy refrain sung by a young boy and lyrics brimming with whimsical charm, the song felt like a musical daydream. The song's success made sense during a time when many craved escapism. As political unrest and societal changes gripped the headlines, Playground in My Mind offered a moment of simplicity. Though Holmes's performance drew listeners in, he never quite found another hit to hold their attention. Still, the song remains a nostalgic artifact of gentler moments in 1973. Number 3, Stories, Brother Louie. Brother Louie wasn't just a chart-topping hit for Stories in 1973. It was a bold, unflinching statement. The song delved into the complexities of interracial love, a theme that forced listeners to confront the tensions of the civil rights era head-on. At a time when many pop songs leaned toward lighter, feel-good topics, Brother Louie stood apart with its brassy, soulful rock production and intense narrative about love and societal judgment. Its gritty vocals and layered sound gave it an edge that resonated with audiences, propelling it to number 1. But for Stories, this success was fleeting. Without another hit of this magnitude, the band faded into obscurity. Number 4, Edward Bear, Last Song. Last Song by Edward Bear was the kind of track that made you feel something. A poignant farewell wrapped in tender melodies, it struck a chord with listeners in 1973 navigating love, heartbreak, and transitions. The lyrics reflected an almost universal struggle, the pain of saying goodbye when it's clear that something is ending, even if you wish it weren't. That bittersweet mix of hope and sadness resonated deeply, capturing the emotional core of so many listeners' lives. At its heart, this track embodied the softer, reflective tone that defined a quieter corner of the 70s music landscape. But while the song touched hearts across North America, Edward Bear struggled to extend their moment in the spotlight. Last Song immortalized the band as a one-hit wonder, leaving a tender mark on pop history. Number 5, Vicky Lawrence, The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. A murder ballad sung by a sitcom star. On paper, it sounds like a novelty. But Vicky Lawrence's The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia had all the makings of a smash hit. A haunting melody, a darkly cinematic story, and a twist ending that left listeners stunned. Written by her then-husband Bobby Russell, the song delves into betrayal, revenge, and an unjust execution, all wrapped in the mystery of a Southern Gothic tale. Despite hitting number 1 on the charts, Lawrence's music career began and ended with this track. Still, its influence lingered. It even inspired a 1981 film adaptation. To this day, it remains an eerie, unforgettable highlight of 1973's musical tapestry. Number 6, Fancy, Wild Thing. How do you turn a gritty 60s garage rock anthem into a glam rock spectacle? By turning up the drama, of course. Fancy's version of Wild Thing took the raw, rebellious energy of the original and drenched it in the over-the-top theatrics that defined the glam rock explosion of the early 70s. The sultry vocals, driving beat, and flashy production captured the bold spirit of the time when flamboyant style and larger-than-life personalities stole the show. But despite this audacious reinvention, Fancy's moment didn't last. The glam rock era was crowded with heavyweights like Bowie and T-Rex, whose boundary-pushing creativity dwarfed shorter-lived acts. Wild Thing became a brief spark in a movement full of fireworks. Memorable, yes, but quickly overshadowed by the icons around it. Number 7, Timmy Thomas, Why Can't We Live Together? Timmy Thomas, Why Can't We Live Together? Posed a deceptively simple question, but its impact went far beyond the lyrics. Released in 1973, the track was built on a bare-bones but mesmerizing groove, a stripped-down combination of organ, drum machine, and Thomas's raw, pleading vocals. This minimalistic approach stood out in a sea of ornate arrangements flooding the airwaves that year, drawing listeners in with its hypnotic simplicity. The song's message of peace and unity captured the feelings of a world still reeling from the Vietnam War and navigating civil rights struggles. It became a moment of reflection, resonating with audiences who longed for harmony during socially turbulent times. Though Thomas never found similar success again, the song's emotional core has kept it relevant, a lasting reminder of 1973's hopes and fears. Number 8, Jim Stafford, Swamp Witch. A dark swamp, a witch, and an eerie tale. You won't forget Jim Stafford's Swamp Witch once you've heard it. Released in 1973, the song wove together country, folk, and Southern Gothic influences into something completely different from the rock and soul hits dominating the charts. Its moody atmosphere and storytelling painted vivid pictures of a shadowy, otherworldly setting filled with mystery and intrigue. For listeners craving something out of the ordinary, this was it. Stafford's ability to captivate through narrative set him apart, and the song earned him a cult following. But while Swamp Witch carved its niche, its quirky appeal didn't translate into a long-term career in mainstream music. Still, it stands as a reminder of the creative diversity alive in 1973's rich musical landscape. Haunting, memorable, and unique. Number 9, King Harvest, Dancing in the Moonlight. Few songs embody effortless joy as well as King Harvest's Dancing in the Moonlight. A feel-good anthem from 1973, its breezy melody and sunny lyrics capture a carefree spirit that can transport you to a perfect summer night. But behind the song's infectious optimism lies an unexpected origin story. Sherman Kelly, who wrote the track, penned it after surviving a violent attack during a trip to the Caribbean. Transforming pain into a celebration of life, Kelly's lyrics turned tragedy into music that radiates warmth. When King Harvest recorded their version, their smooth rhythm and laid-back delivery made it a hit, peaking at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100. While they disbanded soon after, Dancing in the Moonlight became timeless, proof that even one hit can echo across decades. Number 10, Gallery, Big City Miss Ruth Ann. Gallery's Big City Miss Ruth Ann felt like a postcard from small-town America, stamped with whispers of bigger dreams. The song's tale of romantic longing and the pull of city life perfectly mirrored the cultural shifts of 1973, when urbanization was transforming communities and relationships in real time. For listeners, it was more than a catchy tune. It was a reflection of life's crossroads, where chasing dreams often meant leaving something behind. Musically, its country pop crossover sound made it stand out, balancing heartfelt storytelling with an accessible melody. This genre-blending approach appealed to a wide audience, fitting into a broader trend of pushing musical boundaries that defined the era. Still, despite its universal themes and warm reception, Gallery didn't sustain their success. Big City Miss Ruth Ann remains a poignant relic of 70s storytelling, quietly treasured among hidden gems. Conclusion: 1973 gave us a playlist unlike any other. A mix of bold risks, tender ballads, and unforgettable melodies. These songs may have been brief stops on their artists' journeys, but their impact proved music doesn't need decades of airplay to leave a mark. As one DJ put it, listening to music from the golden age of top 40 radio will always have a special place in my heart. Go revisit these tracks and let them remind you why they mattered. What's your favorite one-hit wonder from 1973? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear how these songs live on for you.